Let's go.
A first carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Steps away. He completes it to Julio Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 77 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Newton. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's got room. 20.
Who that?
Big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it
I
done.
know what they said.
The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Bro, why is man not so low, bro?
After the interception, here's Ryan. Looking down. He's got a man. Complete. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan, his 2nd touchdown pass of this opening quarter. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
20.
To throw on second down is Newton. On the move to his left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And past the 30 down to about the 27. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Not only did he not get the first down, he absorbed a heck of a pop on a perfect form tackle. Shoulder right into the runner, and down he goes.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Here's Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. The shotgun snap for Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. From the shotgun, Ryan. Flushed out right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Hey, let's go.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Misses away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded at the 7. Oh, look at the juke. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Flush to his right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to, and look at this, Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
You're going to be laughing, partner. I'm laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Thomas Davis. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. But with that incompletion, let's look back, Charles, to the NFC title game. We had 2 excellent conference championship games, but on the NFC side, the Rams winning in overtime thanks to Greg Zuerlein. He had 2 huge kicks, but that was really overshadowed because afterwards, obviously, everyone talking about the no call.
Yeah, and we should be talking about Legatron. The 48-yarder to get them to overtime. The 57-yarder to win it in overtime. He should be the guy who should be exalted right now, but you're exactly right. Nickel Roby-Coleman's hit on Tommy Lee Lewis in regulation. When I saw it live, I thought it was a bang-bang play. It turned out it was definitely a missed call. Plus, they missed helmet-to-helmet contact on it as well. So if you're a Saints fan, you are very unexcited about the Rams advancing to the Super Bowl. But I still don't want pass interference to become a reviewable call. The game flow is paramount to me. Let's not slow it down any more than it already is.
Yeah, it could be a slippery slope, then you start doing it with everything, right?
Next thing you know, we'll be reviewing holding. And by the way, you can probably call holding just about every play in the NFL.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Justin Hardy deep for Atlanta. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They come out here in the eye. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gano's kick is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Rolling to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll let it go deep for Freeman. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Flushed out right. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Tuesday.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. That'll set them back 5. And now a long one for Matt Bryant. He's hit from 62 in his career, but that was all the way back in 2006. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A final shot before the break. Newton. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out. We now proceed to the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage. No yardage to be found.
To throw on second down. Newton steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brooks Reed in there to get him for a loss of 5. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Throwing is Newton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw on 2nd down. Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field here come the Panthers. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
Hey.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Third and long, it's Newton. Buying time to his left. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
Right, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10, right at the 30. From the gun, it's Ryan. Flush to his right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10.
Ready, 25. 21.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Complete to Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going up top. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back now here on EA Sports. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Duke Riley able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton to the right side, and he's got more complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good rep. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. The 20. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. 2nd and 10. Newton again. Dancing to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Forced out to his left. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Bruce Irvin in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. This is Freeman, and now he spins free. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. To throw on 2nd down. Ryan eluding the pressure right. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They come out here in the I. They'll try to run for it on 1st and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Ryan. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Spinning away. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Newton. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. totally off his game right now?
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, Newton. And that will be incomplete as well.
It was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts.
Hey, let's go.
And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Here's Ryan to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K'Wan Short with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Ryan wants to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game.